Hey there everyone, No DM the Boy here coming at you with a deck profile for Red Ace. So I've been playing with Red Ace slash Whitebeard for since set 2, and it's been really consistent and fun. I've been playing with. It was originally Whitebeard, so that's why this leader card's here, this deck. Because set 2, Ace wasn't out yet till set 3, so this was originally Whitebeard. So it can still be Whitebeard. I have switched out the leaders once in a while. It can still be a Whitebeard leader deck, but I just wanted to talk about the origin of this deck a bit. That was originally Whitebeard, because of the 6K power, Whitebeard pirate support. This thing was a menace. Like backstory, he was banned for a month because, he was too strong, and only English did this. Red's been good for 4 straight formats, so it's kind of interesting that it's still a power contender in set 5 though. Like, it's not as strong anymore for some reason, or not many people are playing it, but I can still get games in like really easily with this deck. Like, this deck is a powerhouse just because of the power of red. Forever red. So it's just great. I love the deck. Uh the win record, it's beaten Rebecca, it's beaten Law, Purple Law, it's beaten Sakazuki. Beat Sakazuki against Lofty Sloft. Dang, that was crazy. But yeah, it beats Oral. Oh yeah, I played against one of my D&D mates, and yeah, it was really close though. The Zoro game, it was really close. But yeah, uh, if you want to if you want to check out how the Whitebeard build works, and the churn, add 1 life card from top of your deck, from your life cards to your hand, from the top of your life cards to your hand. So this card just like he continuously damages himself, so you can add cards to your hand. And then the Ace Leader, allows you to, when this leader attacks or is attacked, you may trash any number of event or stage cards from your hand. This leader gains 1,000 during the battle for every card trashed. I only use this offensively. Defensively, because my only event cards are, what's it called? Guard Point and Radical Beam. So those are really strong defensive cards already. Like, trashing them would make sense for 1,000 when you get 3K or 4K max instead by just using the option. So I only used it offensively when I really don't need the defense. Where it's like I could trash a guard point because I'm swinging for game basically. Like, this is the end point. So I've only used it offensively. You technically can use it defensively. I don't see the point. All right, but let's talk about the core of the deck. The other 50 cards. Ezo, 4 Ezos because Searcher. Ezo's the reason we don't have Moby Deck anymore, because being able to search out Moby Deck consistently is too strong. 4 Otama, 2K counter, and on play minus 2,000 to one of your opponent's characters. Mostly for the 2K, but the 2K counter. But she's also here in the deck because her ability can come up. The 1 costs are actually really solid in this deck. I think they're really good. 4 Nami Searchers. This is the Wano art. Nami Searcher, on play, look for a straw hat from the top of your deck, not hat. Top of your deck that isn't Nami, and add to your hand. So grab your Zoro, grab your Luffy, like grab your rush cards. Grab your Sanji. Sanji's in this build. Grab any of the boys. Makino. Her ability actually has come up. She's a 2K counter, and then activate main. You may rest this character on the board, and then up to one of your red characters with a cost of 1 gains 3,000. So I've done this to buff Nami's and Ezo's up to 5K, so I could do base swings against the 5K leaders, which is like all of them except like 2. Like, Whitebeard and Red, Purple, Luffy are the only ones I can think of that are 6K. There might be more. I just don't know. I don't remember. Last 1 cost in the deck though, Nico Robin, the only new addition, one of the few new additions from Set 5. On play, KO to one of your opponent's characters with 1,000 or less. So this can come up because of the whole, like, you can reduce power, and you can kill, like, searchers who, like, search board, like Bonnie or something. You can kill, like, weak characters who might have annoying effects. We run 2 Zoros, 2 Rush Zoros, because, he's just useful. He's Rush. I don't think we need to play a full 4, because I need more Whitebeard for the build because of the Markles, which are worth. The Markle blockers are amazing. 3 Jozu. Jozu's so good. He has Rush if you give him a Dawn, and if you have 2 or less cards in your life, which will come up because your ace, like you just keep getting hit early game, so you can get cards to your hand. And then Whitebeard just let you get you down there if you play the Whitebeard leader. I think both leaders are solid, honestly. Like, you just have to play them differently. 4 Marcos. Marco! He's a blocker. That's the old art, the regular art right here. 2 old arts. So he's a blocker, and then on KO, you may trash 1 card with a type including Whitebeard Pirates from your hand. If you have 2 or less life cards, you can play this card from your trash rested. Pretty solid effect. Like, a lot of these effects, like Radical Beam, Jozu, Marco, need you at 2 or less life, which is really easy to achieve with Whitebeard Leader. It's easy to achieve in red in general too, because you want to get hit to get cards early to your hand. Monkey D. Luffy, Rush, from the starter deck. I love this art so much. I still love this art a lot to this day. Like, it's a starter deck card. Like, this one of the first cards that came out, and it's like, man, solid art still. There's a new old art in set 5 of this, and I'm like, this is still better. It's better because of what it means. I like the fact that he's like battling in Wano and like, trying to fight Kaido. Dawn X2, when attacking, your opponent can activate blocker during this battle, so that still comes up in this game. Insane. And he has Rush, so when you play him right, you can swing right away. Ace's brother. We run 4 of the 5 cost Marco. I might cut 1 down, because he doesn't come up as often as I'd like. I got 1 art though. I might just run 3. He still comes up, it's just more like he doesn't come up as often as I'd like. KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters 3,000 or less on play, so when you play him, you could KO somebody. That's 3,000 less their power, and then on KO, you may trash 1 event card, you may play this card from your trash rested. So you would have to give up a defensive event card to bring him back. And I'm like, yeah. If I really need the offense, I'd sacrifice the defense. I don't know. In this game, it's like I have too many 2K counters in this deck. Quite honest. This comes up every time I play him. Sanji. He's a 6 cost, 6k power. But when you play him, if your opponent has a character of 5,000 or more on the board, he has Rush. Comes up every game. And he's a 1k counter, even if he doesn't come up. Like, it's just a Rush card. Like what Lofty Sloth said, this is just a Rush Beard with Ace as the leader. And I'm like, yeah. Three Ace. He's 7 cost, 7k. He has on play. Give up to 2 of your opponent's characters minus 3,000. Then if your leader's type includes Whitebeard Pirates, it gains Rush. So it's like room, See, I wish more cards were locked like that, because he's locked into Whitebeard leaders because of that effect most of the time. Like, you can still give the 3,000 effect, like, no matter what red leader it is, but he won't gain Rush if it's not Ace or Whitebeard. And later Marco, because Marco's getting a leader in set 8. He's red-blue. Interesting. I feel like I might build Marco. Or try him out, because I'm already doing a package of Whitebeard. Okay, new gate. On play, up to 1 of your leaders gains 2,000 power until the start of your next turn. Then you can add life cards to your hand during your own effects during this turn, so that's cool. Makes my leader 7k, that's why you use it. That's why he used to be limited to 1. I run 2 now. Not sure if I should run more than that, but it seems solid. Like, he only comes up when I actually need him. Dawn X2, when attacking, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with 8,000 or less. That's a good effect. It doesn't come up as often, but he's just a big dude, and that 2k power is worth it already. So that other effect is just a bonus if it comes up. Just a bonus, y'all. Oh, this used to be limited to 1. Radical Beam. So Radical Beam is a one cost event. It's a counter. Your leader or one of your characters gains 2,000 power during the battle. Then if two or less life cards, this card gains an additional 2,000 power during this turn. So it can give 4K most of the time for the cost of one. And I'm like, no one. It got limited in English, and I thought that was insane. I was like, why? Last card in the deck, Guard Point. Cost one counter. Up to one of your leader characters gain 3,000 power. I don't activate the trigger most of the time. I think I just add the hand. Up to one of your leader characters gains 1,000 during this turn. I think I'd rather add the hand than counter and get 3K instead of a generic 1K, depending on the board state. But most of the time I just add the hand because I'm like, most of the time I get it. There's only like usually one more swing anyway, and I'd rather have it for like another turn or like potentially use it later, you know, for like trashing. I don't know, mostly for defense usually at that point. But yeah, that's Red Ace, Whitebeard Pirates. Long live the Whitebeard. Long live Ace. Thank you all so much for watching my One Piece deck profile. It's been a while since I did one of these. I haven't done one of these deck profiles for One Piece since set 2, and it's just it feels good because I've been experimenting with this deck for like 3 sets basically, like set 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 sets technically, set 5, because I was playtesting it as a Whitebeard deck. So man, I just love red. Red's so generic. Like it has a lot of good staples. Like it's solid. Like I love Whitebeard too. I like the saga of One Piece, so that's what makes this deck really fun for me. Because I love Ace. He's like actually my favorite character from One Piece is Ace. He's my number one. Sabo is a solid number two. But yeah, Ace is number one. Man. So it feels good to have a really good Ace deck, especially with all the restrictions gone. He could come back to full power. It feels great. Thanks again. I hope y'all like appreciate the deck. You can watch some gameplay of it on the channel. There's good amounts of it. Towards the end of the month, we'll also have Whitebeard gameplay just to show you like how the deck plays as a Whitebeard deck. Um, yeah, that's all I got. Let's claim the One Piece. I'll see y'all for the next deck profile, next gameplay, next video. All right, no DMAA is logging off.